Welcome to Pencil for Life. This is the one, the only Brad. How is everybody doing today? It is Wednesday, and everybody knows what that means. If you're hanging out with me and Chester, that is New Comic Review Wednesday. Um, say hello, Chester. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great, man. Nicest to be with you today. We got some interesting books, and glad for all you guys to hear it and stuff. Although I am a little bit sad because Conan has been pushed back.
Just a little bit, yeah. I think it said February 13th. I think is when it got pushed back to. So,
Yeah.
Savage Sword will be come out February 13th. So, I've been looking forward to it. So,
So have I.
yeah, I've been wanting to watch it. Just a fair warning today, guys. My computer is having some issues, so I'm trying to make it through without freezing, but it froze twice this morning, and I don't know why. So, it's about to get a spanking this week and get
There you
reinstalled
go.
on everything.
Solve it a
So
little
we're gonna
bit.
try to make it through today with no problems. If there does continue to be a problem and it does freeze up again, we may end up just recording it to the side and then uploading the video later. So,
Cool.
um,
Well,
but that'll be the
just to let
plan.
you know, Mighty Geek Studios is here.
Oh, hey, Mighty Geek, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I can't see chat by the way, so Chester is going to be in charge of chat today.
Chester is in charge.
I believe
You
he
are
does have a
all
wrench.
doomed.
So, alrighty, well, let's get started. Let me turn on my camera. So we're going to start with Image Comics today. We got 3 books in store for you guys. We got 1 new one and 2 follow-ups. Um, there was several other books that came out today that I do want to talk about a little bit later, but none that seemed super interesting. Oliver, though, so Chester was a little bit late this morning getting in, so I read this one. Is a take on Oliver Twist by Image. Um, it is not the most. I would not say this is the most interesting read. It is slow. It is dreary. It was not, fast paced. Wasn't that great to get into. But like I told you earlier, what Dickens books are, they take a while to get into sometimes.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm not sure what I think about it yet. Um, I'm so I don't know really know to tell you if this is going to be up your alley, if it's for you or not. It's not too wordy. There's really not a lot though to draw you in on this first book, though, to be honest. So,
Mm.
the artwork though is interesting. So I do like the backgrounds.
Mm.
The people throw me off a little bit. Like you can just look right here, the faces and stuff like that. There's just something about it. Just
Well, they all look the same.
well, they are the same.
And yes, but they also have a very normal proportion. In a comic book, usually you have
mm,
characters whose proportion are heroic, even if it's not a superhero book. This
yeah,
is part of the problem. I do think that the backgrounds are pretty good, although some of the perspectives are a little off. This is not a masterclass in any way at all.
no. But yeah, his backgrounds, I do like the backgrounds of
Yeah,
this
they
artist.
are not bad.
Yeah, like
But you
this
do notice
page
some
right
of the
there.
perspective is
Yeah.
wrong, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. This is good though. Yeah,
Yeah.
but his backgrounds are good. His people, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a reason why the people all look the same though. They are supposedly soldiers. They're all engineered. Um, you're gonna learn that out in the first book.
You you know what's interesting? The Oliver Twist theme
Mm-hmm.
has been used a lot lately. The past couple of years, I don't know why it's made a resurgence, but it has. Maybe the most notable one would be Solo. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that's
Solo was an
starts
Oliver
off as
Twist
Oliver
series. Yeah.
Twist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I forgot about that one.
yeah.
I didn't read much of it though, to be honest. So
Well, no, I'm talking about the movie itself.
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah. And
yeah.
the Star Wars one. And of
Mm-hmm.
course that movie was a little bit of everything, Saving Private Ryan, Dune, et cetera, et cetera. It didn't know what it wanted to be. But it certainly starts off as Oliver Twist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get it. Um. Anyone? Anyways, this for me is just a check out for you guys. I'm going to leave it up to you what you decide about it. I have no judgment either way right now for this book. It was just kind of to me, wasn't bad, wasn't great, So it's like what Derek Robertson's the artist, so I don't know. Just kind of
Yeah. Some people might like the style though.
Mm-hmm.
Art is very subjective, and it's not
It's
bad.
true.
So
Yeah,
it's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad, not great, but yeah. Anyways, all right, we're gonna move on. So we're gonna get to our second book today, because we have been some requests for some follow-ups of series. So, Superior Spider-Man #2. The first one we both liked a lot.
Mhm.
It
Yeah, no,
was
I thought it
by
was a good book. It's not
mhm,
necessarily I don't want that Spider-Man,
mhm.
but I couldn't deny the quality of it. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So I thought I'd grab #2, check it out because it does come out this week. Usually Spider-Man is a big seller. Um, anyways, I read the book through and through. Artwork, I'll let you let's hear your artwork take first, actually, Chester.
Um, I'm not happy with it actually. Once again, it's not necessarily bad, but the problem is the last issue, the art was really, really solid. It was
All the way
tight
through. Yep.
all the way through. This is extremely muddy.
Yeah.
Now there are a few spots where it's nice, but
Right.
we were talking about this a little earlier. I mean, look at this right here. This head is completely wonky. It's there's errors in this, and it's very muddy in on many parts. We were thinking that either they had a different artist or a different colorist, or maybe they were rushed. I don't know, but the art quality in this is nowhere near as last time. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I could tell that changed the art team was the colorist. Not the colorist, but the inker. So
Mm.
the inking, there's 2 inkers on this book, and there's only one on the last one.
You
So
know, this is a good example right up here with the guy stuck under the car. I mean,
mhm.
look how muddy that panel is. Look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
No
brown.
sharpness to it.
Yep, nothing. Yeah, you can tell too when, like see the smoke and everything right here. It just kind of, I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
And Digger doesn't look right either.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
The good thing though is it's a super simple comic book. I mean, this is like throwback to the 60s simple.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is a very simple book. Um, it's I enjoyed reading it. I thought it was fun. It was kind of campy. You know, some of the action scenes were pretty good. I'm trying to get to where, yeah, like here's another example: the muddiness
yeah, it's not
in the
clean.
page.
Could you
Yeah,
go back 2 pages real quick though?
sure. This one?
That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. Wolverine having the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going up with that.
That's not
So
a good idea at all.
your questions will be answered February 2019, Chester.
I
So,
don't want those answers. I don't want them.
but back to Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Artwork. Some of the pages was good. Some of the panels were good. So it was just, a muddy mess, not clean.
Mm.
Uh, obvious Photoshop blurry. Sorry about the yawning. Obvious Photoshop blurring right there. Uh, doesn't look that good to me.
No.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
get what they were trying to do. I get
Mhm.
it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still though, I had a fun time reading it though. And we get to see uh, an interesting version of Superior Spider-Man at the end. So
If you want to call it that.
I think
Risey Lee
so.
is in here, by the way.
Hey, Risey, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, it's
If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're gonna buy it. To
yeah.
me, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan right now. I'm glad I read it, but I wouldn't buy it yet. Not #2. #1 for sure. Just not
Yeah,
this
the
individual
art's just
issue.
too unclean.
Yeah,
Yeah, and of course, if any of you who read comics are looking at this and you're saying, Terex is absolutely 10 levels above any manner of any form of Spider-Man, you'd be right.
you would
He
be
is.
right. Yep.
And basically all he's doing here is trying to kill time, and
Hmm.
he takes abuse for doing so.
He
But
does.
yeah,
Hmm.
Terex is pure cosmic level. So
Yeah, yeah, and Spider-Man suit does update itself in here. He tells uh he tells Doc Ock what he's bruised, he's cut, he's a burns, concussion, things like that. So it tells him. So you get the nice little list of injuries he gets to add on throughout the
mhm,
thing. But he's just buying time.
yeah,
But it was a fun read. Um, Artwork not that great, but no complaints really about the book. Um, so to me, if you're a Spider-Man fan, you're going to buy it. If not, uh, you probably should read number one first and see if you want to get in the series.
how many side covers they got for this?
Only two,
Okay,
A and a B. This is B. Oh no,
so
this is A. This is A right
yeah,
there.
that's not a very good quality cover. It must be A.
Yeah, well,
Well, you know how they do. It's one
I
of the
know,
things they do I don't
I
like.
know. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, especially with people like you, because you're running comic book stores,
Hmm.
and they make it very difficult on you,
It's true.
to get. And it's not because it's hurting you more than it's hurting the customer, right?
That is very true because we have to order so many quantities and things like that, depending on what they're doing with the variants. This one was only two, where it's an A and a B equal, so you could choose them whichever. So
Okay.
wasn't bad on this one. Well, it's usually like first issues or certain key issues or whatever, certain big tie-in books or big crossover books. They will
Mm.
do those massive re-up covers. So um, yeah, but this book wasn't bad. Cover's not that great, like you said. I don't know. I think it's okay, but yeah, I don't know. This is just kind of an average so book. It was a fun read for me, but if you're gonna jump in the series, read number one first. So
That's true.
yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on to book number three.
Hmm. And you can start that out. Oh no, did you freeze again, dude? Can you guys still hear me in the chats? Can you guys hear me? I'm still here. I hear you, Chester. All right. Well, I guess I will just continue the show until he comes back in. Yeah, he's going to come back and do the Aquaman, and we'll talk about that a little bit. The Superior Spider-Man, like I had said before, isn't a type of Spider-Man that I'm interested in, but I think it's being written pretty well. I spelled wrong, but I hear you. Okay. All right. And yeah, of course, we're waiting for that Savage Sword of Conan. Yeah, they keep delaying it, so it's like, ooh, what's going on with that? Because the other Conan the Barbarian we read was really good, right? So hopefully, this Savage Sword will be nice. But the Brothers Grimm, Chester, you really want me to spoil it for you? They survive. How's that? They're not really part of it. It's basically just it's just Octavius killing time, and because he has some plan. I don't want to give away the comic book, but his superior intellect is going to work. Or okay, but the Oliver one, oof, goodness gracious. But hey, I guess you got to try new stuff. But what it is you guys think that's going on where we're seeing the Oliver Twist theme continuing on and on? I've seen it a lot lately, right? Yeah, the Brothers Grimm are cool. I like those type of characters. I like some of the ones when we had the X-Men were fighting Frankenstein and his circus. They had the Brothers Grimm in it. I like the Grim Reaper and Wonder Man stuff for sure. Hopefully that Fantastic Four we read last week is going to continue being good. That was pretty good, huh? I'm just waiting for Brad to reset himself and come back. Hopefully he will. Yeah, me either, Risey. It's I don't know. Maybe they just maybe someone started doing to people like, oh, I remember that, and they just started using. I don't know what happens, but things do seem to move in a cycle, don't they? It just it is what it is, I guess. Well, at least my icon's starting to show again. I guess he must have dropped off and is coming back in. Hopefully, he can get back in here and we can talk about that Aquaman, though. I really want to talk about it. I think he had a couple other things he wanted to mention as well.
Hey, back. Sorry about that.
All right. Now I've just been entertaining the troops, man. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool. Did you already talk about the book for you, or
No, not yet. No. Waited for you,
okay?
dude.
I do. God, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill my computer this week and
Yeah,
bring it back from death.
sure.
Um,
You go ahead and do
artwork
this one first.
artwork was great. The writing was good for me. I liked it. I don't know much of the histories and all the gods like Chester does, um, but I was entertained by it. I really like what they did here. The artist did with the artwork here, where these are all the different gods talking, and you see their reflections in the flames. Um, it was awesome for me. Really cool.
Yeah.
To me, the book is a buy. Continuing the story. I really liked it. So I would say buy it. It's part 2 of 5. So Chester, wield your mighty hammer.
I shall.
Yeah.
First of all, as we said last time, the art is really good.
Mhm.
The same as I'd said before, it took a moment for me to for it to grow on me, but it has grown on me, and I like it. So I have no comments about the art, and all the only comments I can give is what I like or not like anyway. Brad here understands the dynamics of what's going on, and unlike myself, but the art is really good. Story. This is not as good as the last time. I will say. That doesn't mean it's bad because it's not. I think I understand what she was doing. I think it might have been a little bit better if she had taken from the end of the last comic. If you guys read through that and what happened, what I would have done in part 2 is I would have went back to when he first arrived, and I would give us a little bit of back details what I've done. But maybe she doesn't have time here because they only gave her 5 issues. So she has to tell her story in a very truncated version. Maybe that's what it is, because you're led to assume certain things in this story that you can work your brain around, so it's not that big a deal, but you shouldn't have to. That's a problem. But I have a feeling that might not be DeConnick's fault. I think she didn't have a choice. She had to. She has what 130 some 140 pages to get the story done in, and
Yeah, yeah.
probably
Mm-hmm.
so that's forgivable.
Mm-hmm.
The some of the writing though is I know what she's trying to do, but it's a little over the top, I think. But it's not bad. It's just not as good as last time. Now, one thing I had questioned last time, if you guys remembered, was is her knowledge that the research that she did is it Wikipedia deep or is it deeper? Well, it's definitely deeper. Because we see this in this book with the gods she's mentioned. I mean, some of them I know where they're from, but I actually would have to go do some research to exactly pinpoint what that is. So that's a good thing, and that's what I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she did a really good job in her research. I'm very happy about that. And I think the story is progressing. When it comes right down to it, I'm being very picky here, but I want to read more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good. So it's a buy, is what it
Yeah.
is. I think she's got a good story going on here. She's taking things straight out of history. She's looking at the ancient times and she's following the rules of the ancient stories too, which I appreciate. And I'm not going to say why I appreciate that, but I just do. It's Yeah, man, I think she's doing a good job with this overall.
Yeah.
I really wish. You know what I think this needed? I think
What?
it needed another draft.
Oh, just to run through it one more time.
I think she
Yeah.
should have put it through another draft, and I think she would have been
I get
fine.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
So
good. It's
it's a
definitely
good book.
buyable.
Yeah, it's definitely buy. So pick up Aquaman 44 for sure.
Yeah,
Um, I would definitely buy that one. Cover B, I do like cover B, but cover A is just as good. Superior Spider-Man, if you're already reading it, I would buy that again. And then it was a fun read. Oliver, you got to pick up yourself and make your own decision on that one. So we had three interesting books this week. Two we got to
mhm.
follow up on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens for next week.
And you had
But
a couple of
yeah, a
things you wanted to
couple of
mention
things.
while you
Yeah, I'm
have
gonna
some
turn off my
life left in
camera
your
real
computer.
quick. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn off my camera to address those. Okay, because I think my camera might be causing the issue, or it's Google Hangouts. Is one of the two. So there are reprints coming from Marvel. They start this week. One's a Silver Surfer versus Spider Man. I am not liking what they're doing right now because they had their True Believers line, which were dollar issue reprints, right? But now
Mhm.
they're reprinting the whole book again, right? These key issue books,
Yeah,
and the only thing they're changing is the price in the upper left hand corner. So they're not doing dollar anymore. They're not going to say True Believers. It's going to have Silver Surfer issue 75. And it's going to look the same way it did when it first came out, except now it says $3.99. And they're doing that with the Hulk, first appearance of Wolverine. They're doing it with all these books.
but this is versus Spider-Man, not Superman.
Yeah, Silver Surfer versus Spider Man.
Okay, because
Yeah,
the iconic one was Superman, the Silver Surfer crossover.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah. But this is Marvel doing it. This is just Marvel.
I
So
see.
they're doing their key issues in the way up, but they're doing the reprints. It's a whole reprint issue. The artwork hasn't changed. Nothing's changed about the book except the price.
Modern pricing.
Yeah, it's stupid. Um, I think it's dumb. I think it's just a cash grab, and I think you should tell your stores not to buy them. Um, I think it's a waste of money, and I really think you guys should send a Marvel a lesson. Like don't buy those reprints. Tell your stores not to order them. I just don't think it's worth the time. Worth the time. It's not worth the money. Um,
Hmm.
and because it doesn't cost that much to make that book. Like the
Yeah,
artwork's already paid for. It was done years ago.
this is number
Um,
14, right?
I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, I think so. I
I'm
think it's the
pretty
one.
sure this is
Yeah,
Silver Surfer 14, and Spider-Man's in it.
yeah. So, um, but like those dollar issues, like they're 22 pages that they were doing before the True Believers ones. They would do classic, the classic reprints, the classic key issues for whatever they're picking for that month, to do. It's they, like this month was all Conan. The month before, was Fantastic Four. So you could pick up 3 issues for $1 a piece. So that tells me like when they print that book, that because they print in such high quantities, with the
Hmm.
printer, that gets it down to like 25 cents a book, you know.
Yep.
So they're gouging you for $3.99 for a 25-cent print. You know, it's ridiculous to me, and I don't think stores should pay that much. I don't think customers should pay that much. It's not worth it. Um, and
Particularly because it's not that iconic a book.
no, not that one, but with the Wolverine Hulk one, that's
But
going
that
to be
is that is
yeah.
yeah.
But they're going to be doing a whole bunch of these for a while, and I think
See,
we shouldn't
now
order
if they put like a double size,
it. Mm-hmm.
2 stories in it and charge it, it's still is still gouging you, but people wouldn't even blink at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is just a reprint of that issue. So I would tell your local comic shop, don't order them. If you have it on your hold, I don't say boycott stuff, but dude, honestly, this is just such a petty cash grab, and they're gonna rip you off for it. It's not worth
Yep.
it. Yeah, but that's my personal opinion. I don't think they should be doing that as a company. So, um, anyways, that's my beef right now. I wanted to go over.
Just one.
Just the one. Yeah, there's just the one that I saw this week. I don't know. The other thing I want to talk about was Handyman to show you stuff, but with the way cameras go and stuff right now, I want to get it solved first. I don't want to
Just give it a try. If it dies, it dies.
Well, I'll give you a quick glimpse of some pages I'm working on real quick. Hold on one second. So, I'm in the middle of inking today, so I'll be inking this page and a couple others today.
See. Now this is much better, dude. You decided to go with a different style.
No, it's a little more refined. Last time I rushed myself, so
yeah. No, this is the Brad I'm used to. Yeah.
So, let me take off auto focus there.
Yeah, it's having issues because you have one inked panel and an uninked panel. Yeah, no, this is much better, dude.
Thanks.
I like it.
So and then I'm taking some really hard perspective shots, things like that. I got plans. I know like the face is blank here and stuff like that, but when I do my tones and stuff like that, it's all going to come together. I got a lot of paint going down on this one too. So,
I see.
I'm gonna have some fun stuff with it, but I gotta get the inking done today on this one, and then I was working on this other page the other day too. I'm redoing this one.
I had seen some layouts on this, I think.
Yeah, you saw some layouts earlier. So I'll be inking this one today, finishing this one today, and I'll start coloring these tomorrow. So,
can you give us a little bit of what is the Handyman?
So Handyman is a former cartel hitman, and he was brought back to go to Juarez, Mexico, infiltrate his old cartel because they kidnapped some daughters, or a daughter of a prominent diplomat. And while he goes in, he sees some horrific things in there. And instead of going in for personal reasons now and then just leaving, he decides to help out the situation and do what no one else is doing. So he is, in essence, becoming kind of like the Punisher. So
I see.
Yep.
The Mexican Punisher.
Pretty much, yeah. He is Latino. Yep. So
sweet.
Yep.
So there's no supernatural in this.
No. We took. Okay. I was gonna have one supernatural element in, but after some thoughts and stuff, we decided to take it all out.
I see.
But yeah, we were gonna have like a big chupacabra at the end, but we took it
out. I see. Yeah. So who is we?
Tyler and myself. So Tyler Carpenter. He just draw and talk.
Sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I'll have more stuff on the Handyman coming soon. I want to thank everybody who came out. Rizzy Lee, I know Mighty Geek. I don't know who else was in the chat today because I can't see it. But and thank you, Chester, for joining me again. So,
no problem.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get my computer situation fixed this week, and we won't have this problem next week. So,
yeah.
But anyways, guys, check out your local comic book shop. Buy some books, buy some indie books. Check out indiecron.com. And if you need anything else, have any suggestions, hit us up. I respond to everybody as much as possible in the comments down below. So thanks, guys. Have a blessed day. Okay.
All right, guys.